how to say it? Yeah, so we would like to meet and then to share and to discuss on the topic of the course. So we hope that if you already done the course, it's great. You can get the certificate and then show us what you have got. And if you haven't, you can log on to British Council website, the Teaching English one, to do it because it's going to be there. The course will be there until the end of July. So this meeting today, it's highlight of the content of the course. But if you want to dig deeper into the knowledge and to know more about what is being taught in the course, please log on to teachingenglish.org. Yeah, got the link. I will send it again. Okay. So enjoy your time today and I hope that the meeting will be useful for all of you. So thank you and over to the host today, Mr. Wu and Miss Thủy Tiên. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Chum. Hello, everyone. Good evening, actually, and I hope you had good, weekend time with your family. And yeah, thank you for spending time with us today. Before we start, let me tell you this. This is a very interesting course from my opinion. And what we are doing here is we're going to share our viewpoint regarding the course, and we hope that we can discuss and we can learn from each other. Okay, so I won't get you wait for any longer. Let's start the meeting today. 1 second. Should I have this sending in the Zello group? Yep. Okay, cool. One second. I have a questions for you. Can anyone help me to approve the request to the Zoom, or do I have to do it myself? Because I see there's still a lots of teachers are waiting for.
Yeah. Đó con chào mẹ.
Okay.
Okay, I can do it. Just make me the co-host. Thank you.
I did. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Here we are, the online meeting for building understanding through dialogue, and it's me, Vũ Liu, from English Central Vietnam, and I would like to welcome Miss Thủy Tiên, my partner today. Tiên, can you say hello to everyone?
Hello, everyone. My name is Tien, and I am the academic manager of Holy Academy, and I'm very happy to be here to share with you.
Okay. As said, the very interesting course today will have 3 modules. The names of the course is Building Understanding Through Dialogues, and we have 3 modules: dialogue and intercultural competence, dialogue, trust and empathy, dialogue and critical thinking. I believe that if you have spent time to study the course, you have learned many interesting things, and yeah, let's discuss this today. So let's start with the module 1, dialogue and intercultural competence. Before we dive deeper into the course content, I have a questions for you. Who are you? All right. For 19 people who log into the class point, let's give me the answer. Or if you haven't logged into the class point, you can type in the chat. Okay. You can type in the chat. Who are you? Yeah, we can see the live status. We can see the answer real time. Wow. Cool. Okay. Fifth high school researcher, right? Researcher. Yeah, cool. Okay, 10 seconds left. Not much time. You know, this is yeah, let's submit it. Submit it. Wow, let me give you guys star. Thank you very much for participating in the activity. Well, it's not really a truthful questions. It's just, you know, a philosophy questions for you to like to show the words who you are. Let's check the answer here. We got Miss Tanga and Miss Annie. You are a primary teachers. Okay, very cool. A TOEIC teacher, Miss Han Nguyen. All right, and yeah. Hello, Dishan. That's how I pronounce your name.
Yeah, that's right. My name is Dishan.
Dishan, yeah, very nice to meet you. So enthusiastic learner, very nice to meet you. All right, an active teachers, Nhật Minh, secondary teachers, teachers in general, an English teachers to be more specific. Well, you know, that's do you know the reason why you guys have a like of one thing in common, that is teachers? Because this is the community of teachers, so you consider yourself a teachers, but you don't know each other yet. I suppose so, but you still have the same, you know, answer of primary teachers. Why? Because that's how you look at yourself, that's how you see yourself, that's how you define yourself. Okay, that's how you define yourself as a teacher, as an enthusiastic learner, as Mai Phương from Ho Chi Minh City. That's cool, right? So as said, this is not about right or wrong. It's just about your viewpoint. It's just about how you think about yourself, right? So sorry, what makes you who you are? Let me ask someone. Okay, Mai Phương, are you there?
Yeah. Good
Yep.
evening, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to write more, but it's just limited to characters. So I didn't know what to write, just write my name. That's
Yeah.
why.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
can you introduce yourself a little bit? And you know, yeah,
yeah,
you're not
actually
limited now. Yeah, please.
so actually I graduated from same school as Miss Trâm Nguyen, the University of Huddersfield, like 8 years ago, and I started teaching English, and I run my own English kind of classes currently. Yeah, so but I cannot define myself as a teacher or entrepreneur yet. Yeah, so maybe yeah, English teacher in general. Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Miss Phương. Why you have to choose between a teachers or an entrepreneur? Right. Thank you, Miss Chum, for typing that in the chat. You are everything you just said, and you are even more than that. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, totally agree. Because I'm just 5 years past, and I am confusing between where's my role is it changing a lot between teaching or management roles. So yeah, that's a kind of transition process for me.
Right. Thank you for that concern. You know, you have different roles in life. That's true. Just like everyone else, just like all the others, right? We have different roles in life, and the roles goes with the context. All right. So what makes you who you are? Can you tell me, Miss Phương?
Yeah, I think I'm really passionate about teaching. I actually graduated from a completely different major initially. So I changed my career to teaching, and from now on, I think that teaching is my whole life goal. So I think not
Okay.
only me, but yeah, a lot of people are also passionate about teaching, and they've changed their major a lot. Yeah.
Right, because you graduated from that university. So do you think that you are like you should be a teacher? Was that the correct one to talk about you?
Yeah, actually I graduated from University of Economics, Ho Chi Minh City. And then I worked in business field for 2 years, and then I moved to teaching. Yeah.
Why? What happened at that time? What happened at that time? Why you turned yourself into a teacher? Yeah.
Yeah, so as I said before, my passion is teaching, and I figure out myself as a carer. Yeah, after I do some MBTI testing, figure out myself not suitable for finance and business industry, so I move on and follow my career, my dream job to be a teacher. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Miss Phương. As Miss Phương share, like there's something that's happened, and maybe she won't try, and then she figured out that she should be a teacher. All right, what she believe, her attitude, right, her openness, her thought, her experience, because she taught, like she tried in the business field, and then she moved to education field, and then you figure out, you choose, and then you believe in it. Are you about to say something?
No, I'm just trying to thank you, all of you, to listen to my story.
All right, thank you, Miss Phương, and thank you, everyone. I'm trying to tell you that there's not just, your name, your age, where are you from, your hometown, your profession right now. It's more than that, something, invisible. You have to talk about it. You have to think about it, what you believe in it, right? The type of relationship, it means the different roles in your life and your backgrounds, your experience. It makes you who you are. And that could be a good activity for you to apply in your class. Because we don't have much time, so I just interview Phương. But for elementary and for young learners, you can apply these activities with basic identity aspect, just like the family, hobbies, emotion. All right, you can use simple sentence like, I like something, like there are 5 people in my family, etc. Right, that's the suggestion for the activity that you can adapt to your class. All right, and for middle school learners at intermediate levels, you can increase the number of questions up to 15 to 20 questions with more complex concept, like the trait, the goals, the learning goals, the goals in life, and the values they treasure. And for advanced students, you can encourage them to reflect on themselves, talk about the challenges, the inspiration, the aspiration, and you can actually try the philosophical questions, like what's made you unique, or what impact do you want to have in the world. So that's the suggestions I want to share with you. All right, with the activity, who you are. If you like it, could you show me some thumb up? I want to see the reaction. Oh, sadly, I don't see any reaction, but it's fine. I believe that you guys are giving me that. So here's some, suggestion, some question that's you can use, like your names, your nickname, your preferred name, right? Your hometown, your language, what you like to do, your favorite food, your very general identity to define yourself. My name is Vũ. I'm from Hanoi, I speak Vietnamese as my mother tongue. I like to I like to read books in my free time. I like to eat Hanoi traditional food. I don't have any pet at all, right? From all that different aspect, you define yourself, and so will your students. All right, and you can expand it with your, higher level students, like your personality in 3 words. That's very common, right? Hey, how do you define yourself in 3 words, 3 adjectives? Oh, I'm a humorous person. Yeah, I'm a kind person. Yeah. How do you define yourself? How do you believe that you are that person? Okay. Something you are good at, the challenge that you're facing right now. The more you talk about themselves, the more they are aware of themselves. And just like you ask yourself these questions. All right. These, higher levels questions. So let's play a quick game. I'm gonna pick you up. Nana, Miss Hồng, are you there? Wait a minute, Miss Phương, where are you, Miss Phương? Are you logging in already? Okay. Oh, I saw you there, Phương.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Miss Hồng, please, are you there? Can you turn on your microphone? Miss Hồng, we got Miss Hồng here. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da. I'll call another one. No, not you. We got Miss Hạnh Hồng. Okay. So there's 2, Miss Hồng.
Okay, I'm here. I'm here.
Very nice to meet you. All right. Are you ready to play the game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we got the game. Can you tell me who is here?
Who is here? She's a girl. Maybe she's a mother. She is hungry. Sorry, I'm 5 minutes late, so maybe I missed some information. Please describe the person in the photo. Okay. She is wearing a pink dress. She has got a round face. She has big blue eyes, and she has short blonde hair. She is having something. I think this is a kind of cake. I don't know its name. Maybe she is hungry now.
Okay.
Behind her, I can see the door is opening. The door is open.
The door of what?
And the door is open. The door of the refrigerator is open, and I can see a lot of things, a lot of food and drinks in the fridge.
But can you guess where she's from?
I think she's from Russia.
Okay. I have the
Yeah.
other. Thank you, Miss Hồng. I have another questions for you. Now, you close your eyes. You pretend that you are that girl. You are that girl. How would you feel?
Oh, I feel happy because I can find a lot of things to eat.
All right, look at her
Yeah.
face. Look at her face. Look at her face. What do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at her face. What do you see?
She is quite surprised.
Yeah, she's quite surprised. With what?
Right.
Any other emotion in her face? On her face?
Surprise.
I'll give you more hints, okay? I'll give you more hint.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just got married and she's living with her husband family. I mean, like her parents-in-law. And during the midnight, she was hungry. She went back to the kitchen and she's trying to get something to eat, okay? And she got
Okay.
caught. Yeah, she got caught
Yeah,
by
she's
her
being
mother-in-law.
caught by someone. Yeah, by someone
So,
while she is eating.
so how would you feel right now if you are that girl?
So she embarrassed. Maybe embarrassed.
Okay,
Yeah.
why? Why you feel? Why would you feel?
Ashamed.
Why would you
Because
feel that?
I think it's nature.
A nature
Yeah,
of who?
yeah. A person when they do something how to say do something and afraid of being found by others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Miss Hạnh Hồng. You know what? We don't know, we can't know how would she feel, but from our viewpoint, right? From your viewpoint, you said she might feel, embarrassed. She might feel ashamed, but maybe not, right? Because they have the demands. She was hungry. She want to eat, and she went to the kitchens to eat. That could be a nature's, that could be a very like something obvious, right? We don't know, but from our viewpoint. So that's the difference aspect of cultures that I would ask you. We live in the eastern country. We live in the eastern country, and we feel like being caught by people that we are doing something like that's not guilty thing, right? You are hungry, you want to eat, all right? You are yellow, she's white, maybe she's having different thoughts of you. So let me say race, like your skin color could be the one aspect of the cultures. So I have questions I want to ask you, and I want you to share with me to name all the aspect of cultures that you know, please. Yeah, let's see. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You know, in just a short time, you got, many different answer for the different aspect of cultures that you know. You got language, education, traditional value, belief, festivals, food and cuisine. Desant, I believe that you studied the course, did you?
It's not just that particular course, but my overall experience that is making me understand maybe beyond the course or something like that, I should say. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Thank you. So, there's a lots of aspect of the cultures. I have pictures here to bring you the very basic concept of culture. Edward, yeah, said that cultures is the shared belief, value, customs, behaviors, and practice of a particular groups of people. And we might be you might be very familiar with the concept of the cultural iceberg, with the observable aspect of cultures, that is the behaviors and practice. And there's a lot more than that that's not observable. So we have art and creativity, we have food and cuisines, holidays and festival, gender roles, family structure, social stratification, communication style, and time perceptions. That's the difference. Some other aspect of the cultures that's been listed in the course. I have a questions for I need one. Miss Hiền. Miss Hiền, are you there? Can you name the country you think of when you see the pictures here?
Picture here, I can see food, fish.
Yeah, what's the name of the
Seafood.
country that you think of?
I think Japan, because it's
Japan.
fast food.
That's okay.
And
This one.
Italy.
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 This one.
Sausage with friends.
You sure?
Sorry, I don't remember.
Korea. Thank you, Miss Phương.
Korean sausage, Korea.
Yep. No, it's not sausage. It's tteokbokki.
Sorry.
All right. Looking at this one, which country do you think?
I think Thailand.
Thailand. Perfect. This one.
This is India. I think
Indonesia? No, not India. Not Indonesia. Any other guess? Perfect. Thank you. Yes, that's in Laos. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Laos.
And how about this one? Yes, that's in Laos for New Year. Yeah.
This
The
is
last one.
Laos.
Yeah, the last one. Which country?
I think perfect. This is here is
I think it's Spain. La Tomatina Festival.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think this is tomato.
Yeah.
Tomato festival.
Yes, thank you. You guys are so great. How do you know that? Right. My next questions for you is, how do you know that? Have you been to yeah?
I finished in grade 7.
Okay. I can guess. I bet that you might like visited some countries in the list of countries that you just named, but you might, haven't been to all the country like Laos, Thailand, Korea, Italy, Japan, and Spain. But you still know that. All right. I'm gonna yeah, you got it from the internet, right? So that is the procedures. That's all of us come from the monocultural mindset. That's we don't know yet anything about other country, other cultures. Come to intercultural mindsets. There are 6 stages. There are 6 stages here. I would like briefly show you. The first stage is denial. The second stage is polarization. The third one is minimization. The fourth one is acceptance. The fifth one is adaptations. And the 6th one is integration. At integration stage, individuals no longer view their own cultures as central and can comfortably navigate and adapt to different cultures, environments. That's the concept of it. That's the definitions of it. But as you can see, denial, all right, you can guess what it is. And everyone, please, here's the matching activities for you. Are you ready? Show me your thumb. Are you ready? I'm gonna give you the names and the definitions of the 6 stages. And I would like you to take your time to read it and match the definition of sixth state in the intercultural competence. Okay, let's get it. I give you 2 minutes for this, all right? Tien, can you have reading the name of the sixth stage on the left?
Yes. Number 1, acceptance of difference. Number 2, defense against difference. Number 3, denials of difference. Number 4, integration of difference. Number 5, minimalization of difference. Sorry about that. Number 6, adaptation to difference.
Yep. And thanks to Miss Tien, we got 6, like not really long, but oh, sorry, not so short definitions of this. Yeah, I see that you compliment that it's difficult. Don't worry. Take your time. We got individuals believe their cultures is the only valid one, overlooking or dismissing other cultures as superficial variations. Oh, I haven't got any answer yet. Do you think it's difficult, Tien?
Yeah, I think it's made difficult for someone who haven't learned this core before.
But under the pressures of short amount of time, it might be a little challenging for our teachers here. Well, 10 seconds left, but I don't see any. Oh my God. I'll give you 15 more seconds, okay? Perfect. At least we got you this hand. Thank you.
I was more worrying about how to do that.
Oh. Okay, it's okay, people. You might have already spent some time reading through these things. This hand, can you help me to, explain this a little bit? Why you would answer like this, please?
There are different stages, as we can see, and the denial is the first one, as you have already mentioned. So denial is something like we believe that our culture is the superior one, and the rest of the culture, apart from the different part of the countries, they do not exist at some point. Then the other one, I do not know the stage. Second, which one was that? Integration or minimization? Which one was that? The second one.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, as you say, the first one is denial, right? And the second one is defense.
Defense, defense comes like we know that there are different cultures all across the globe, but we try to be defensive so that we pretend that our culture is the only one up to some extent, right? So that's a defensive mode. The third one, please.
The third one is minimalization, actually.
Minimalization means actually we try to make ourselves understand that though my culture is I am born to a particular country, into a particular society, but there are differences, and there are a lot of culture, people, tradition, and so many things that we need to be able to understand to have a broader sense of the human civilization, right? That is the third point.
Yeah. The fourth one is acceptance. Yes.
Yeah. When we reach to the fourth point, that is acceptance, we try to accept different people, their caste, culture, religion, tradition, language, ethnicity, and so on. Then we believe that each and every individual on a planet Earth might belong to a different community, but overall, we are in to a civilization where each and every individual holds their individual identity to represent the overall mankind, or the better word is international humanitarian, I should say. Yeah, the last one.
Yeah, the fifth one is adaptation, and the last one is the integration.
Yeah, adaptation is that when we believe we have a proper descent of a knowledge that how many people are there, how they differentiates between each other, and try to adapt ourselves and indulge into an atmosphere where we feel do not strange or like unfamiliar to each and every individual. That's the fourth stage or fifth one. Yeah.
Yeah, and the sixth one is the integration. As we thank you, Dishan, thank you so much. And yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, I'll give you 5 more star. Okay. So let me bring this to you, the summarize of 6 stages of intercultural competence. The first one, as we can see in the name of it, denial, right? That person have very little ideas about other cultures. They think of their own cultures is the only one cultures in the world that exist. They ignore all the other cultures because of what? Because of the limitations of transportation, internet, right? There's no connections. They just know their country. They just know their ethic. They just know their people. They just know their community. They don't know anything else about the foreign community. And the second stage is the defense one, when they have a little more awareness of the other cultures. They have the stereotyping of foreign cultures, but they still think of their own cultures as the superior one. The third stage, minimalization. They now have more awareness. They understand more about the cultures, and they leveling the differences between cultures. They understand that everyone is equal, and they believe that the elements of their own cultures that they experience, it's universal. And when they goes to the fourth stage, acceptance, now they recognize their own culture's identity. They can know exactly, they can talk about their cultures, and they will accept the other culture's context as well. Not just the acceptance, they have the curiosity. They want to know more about the other cultures. Like you learn from the internet that, oh, you have pasta, you have pizza, you have sushi, you have a lot of food cuisines, festivals in the world, and you want to try it. So you accept the facts that they are there, they exist, and you want to know more about them. That's the fourth stage. Do you find yourself in that stage? All right, let's move to the next one, the adaptation, right? You have chance to experience the foreign cultures. So you might have, opportunities to study abroad, or you travel, you meet other people, and you appreciate their behaviors and the sensitivity. You can easily communicate with other people from different cultures when you come to their country, or when they come to you, right? And you're able to see the world from different viewpoint. You show the understanding, you show the empathy. And the very next one is the integration. When you travel like a lot, you understand a lot about the other cultures, and a lot of foreigners come to your country. They live with you, they work with you, you interact with them, like you live amongst, or let's say you study abroad. Around you are people from different cultures, from Africa, from Europe, from America, from Asia as well. So you live, let's say integration, you understand the word integration, right? And you, in that stage, you can live with other cultures, like easily, comfortably, all right? So you can consider yourself as the citizens of the world, global nomads, or, a long-term expats. Yep, that's the sixth stage and the summarize of it. I hope you like it. Can you have your thumb? Tell me if that is too fast. or yeah, you know, as I say, this course is very interesting, but there's a loss of knowledge, and all this sharing in this workshop will be from our personal opinions, and we really want to share it with you so we can discuss and we can learn together. All right, so feel free to let me know your thought. All right, that's the 6th stage of intercultural competence. Thank you. Yeah, talking about the global citizens, I have 5 things I would love to share with you. That's we as teachers, we should be aware of, so our students will know. That's the cultures itself. Within the cultures, there is diversity, a lot of, you know, variations within the cultures. Let's say in Vietnam, we have what? Giọng Nghệ An, right? People from Nghệ An, they speak something like, sounds like foreign language to people from, you know, other provinces. People from Hanoi, from the north, speak different language. We call the same thing, we call the pig like lợn or hell, we call the corn as bắp or ngô, right? So we have the variations within the cultures. We should know that, like, not just about the cultures from Vietnam and other countries. We respect our cultures within the country. All right. The second thing, when you have the awareness of the different elements of the cultures, it's really important, because when you have the understanding of the others, you know, backgrounds, the other values, their belief, to make it short, their cultures, so you will show the respect and the empathy, so you can communicate effectively with them. The third one, two-way street. The cultural exchange is the two-way street. You bring your cultures to the world, and you learn from the words, their cultures, so we can live together, you know, the whole world. The fourth one, cultures are dynamic. We are different from our ancestors. We are different from, you know, the dinosaur era, and we are evolving. So cultures are dynamic. It's not fixed. Okay. The last but not least thing here is, let's celebrate the differences. So that's 5 things. All right, 5 things I would love to share with you. That's we as teachers, we should be aware of this, and our student will, you know, understand more about the cultures. We got the global to local, just like British Council to VietTESOL. And thanks to British Council and VietTESOL, that's we have the course here. And thank you everyone for having time here with us today. Let's clap for yourself, please. Okay, I know it's a little academic, so let's get back to the game time. I would like to introduce you my partner today, Miss Tiên Tiên, to be the host of the game. Tiên, the stage is
Thank you
yours.
very much. Yes. Miss, can you please make host for me so I can share my screen?
Sure, 1 second, please. All right, now you can share your screen. I'll stop it, okay?
Thank you. Yes, so as we know, teaching about culture and identity is very important, right? And for me, when we teach identities for students, we provide students space to dig deep and understand about themselves. And by walking through all the parts of identities and having discussion with each other, learner can feel like seen and valued by their classmate and other. So what the activity that we can use in our class to teach identities? I want you to play a game with me so that you can get involved and you more understand about what's the activities. Yeah, so please look at the picture and try to get what's the things that we use to have the activity for the student. You can type down on the chat box. please type down your answer in the chat box. Yes, of course. So this is the template of dice, right? Yes, you get the correct answer. Here you can see the dice and its template. So how can we use this to design the activities for students? I have two versions of this game and activities. In my class, I use blank cube and add some questions. You can easily download on the internet or on Twinkle. Then I divide students into small groups and they can make the die themselves. The teacher can ask some questions so that students just need to make the dice and have a discussion, take turn to interview each other. Another version is that you can give the student the blank cube like this, and the student can make the cubes themselves and they can take turn to interview each other. Yes, so this All About Me dice game will be a fantastic game to play on the first day of school or a new course to have your learner to get to know each other. Yeah, so here is another activities that you can use. You can use All About Me Snickers. Yes, so it's look fun, right? I believe that it's a fun activity for learner of different ages and levels. And in these activities, learner personalize their sneaker with information about themselves, and which help teacher can learn more about their priorities. And each teacher have them complete the sneaker at the beginning or end of the year. Teacher can compare the outcome, and it can help teacher can understand student, and it's a great way to teacher to see how the student make progress. Yeah, so have you ever tried this activity in your class? You can type down yes if you try these activities. Okay, so after making this sneaker, student can work in pair and make presentation using their piece of art. I say it's a piece of art because each student can have many ideas. So it can make many different sneaker in the class, and student can discuss and in pair they can share it themselves. So you can see in my screen now, you can make a display about your class. So visitor or teacher and other students can easily see the student and know whose they are. So this is a very interesting activity that you can try in your class. And here we have many kinds of templates here that you can you can try, like a backpack, water container, or hoodie or bowl. This one you can type yes if you will try this activity right after this webinar, after this online meeting. If you try this, yes, the student can become more creative. Thank you very much. And here, yes. So now we have another activities for the older one. For older student, you can use this worksheet. And can you please look at the worksheets here and tell me your idea? How can you adapt this in your classroom? You can type down on the chat box. Yeah, you can type down on the chat box, or you can turn on the mic and share with us. How can we use this? You have 2 minutes to type down your answer in the chat box. in the first day of back to school? Thank you, Mr. Nhật Minh. Okay, so as we know, we need to teach student identity because it's very important, right? And look at this worksheet. I will use this worksheet to teach a sense of self because it's very important. A sense of self is essentially a person understanding of who they are as an individual, and this includes physical characteristics, emotions, and thoughts, and how we view ourselves in the world around us. As an adult, most of us will probably have a pretty good sense of self that develop over years, right? But for some students, a sense of self can be harder to pin down. So this will just is very helpful for them. As an educator, we have students to develop a strong and positive sense of self, so that it can help them to form positive relationship. So this one I use for pair interviews. So pair interview is the activity that you can use, but how can we do it in our class? I don't want to tell you step by step. I want you to get involved in, and you can understand easier. So now we're gonna play super memory game together. You have 10 seconds to look at the two picture here. I will show you. We have two picture here. You have 10 seconds to look at the picture, and then you try to remember the details of the picture. You can take note, but don't take a photo. Okay, just remember and you can take note. And then you're gonna read out the sensitive question here, and you're gonna tie down number 1 or number 2. Number 1 is for picture 1 and number 2 is for picture 2. Okay, so now you understand? How many seconds do we have for this? How many seconds do we have to look at the picture?
10
You can
seconds.
tie down on the chat box. 10
Yeah.
seconds. Good job. So what should we do? We should take notes, right? And then after that, what should we do? What do you need to do? You need to read the description and decide if it's for number 1 or number 2. Okay, so now you have 10 seconds to look at picture 1 and try to understand how can we design the activity for our student to teach them identity. Okay. Next picture. Three seconds left for picture 2. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now you're ready to tie number 1 or number 2. Okay, so I will read it out for you. So you just tie down number 1 or number 2. Number 1 is for picture 1 and number 2 is for picture 2. The first one, ask an answer, write about you, and explain your answer sheet randomly. Which picture? Yes, number 1, right? Okay. The second one, find another one, talk about your interviewees, then explain your pair when your teacher rings the bell to train pairs. Yes, of course, the answer is number 2. And the third one, work in pairs, interview your partner, and write down the information. Yes, that's right. You have the correct answer. And the last one, describe your partner for the whole class to get who is this. Which picture is this? Yes, number 1 is the correct answer. So now you know how to use this activity for your class? We have two versions of this. Here is the answer for you. And look at this pictures again. Here is the instruction of the two picture that you can use in your class. So now I want one teacher can tell me how can we do this activity, the first activity. Yeah, I will pick one. Miss Nhật Minh, can you tell me how can we do activity number 1 in the class?
Yeah, I'm here. Number one, we get a topic and we ask the student to ask and answer other partner and and they can write about themselves and exchange their answers randomly to another partner, another student in the class. So next, they describe the personalities and the answers of the partner for the whole class to guess the student who write the answer. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That's correct, right? Thank you very much, Miss Ming. And for activity 2, I want Miss Phương Đào, can you please share with us how can we do the activity in the class?
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask the whole class to work in pair, so they could come up with maybe 10 or 12 questions that they would like to ask their friends, their classmates in about 3 to 5 minutes, and then they can work individually now, talk to other friends in the class, and after the set time, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes, they could come back to their peers and make new pairs. It depends. If the group is small, then this activity could maybe last for about 10 to 15 minutes. But if the whole class would be about 20 to 30 students, that will be maybe 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, it depends on the teachers too, because they need to set the time for each pair to work with each other. They could even stand in a circle, like 2 circles, the inner circle with 10 students, the outer circle with another 10, and then they can work step by step to talk with different partners each time the bell rings. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. That's how we do this activity, right? So teacher can use the bell to ring. So when teacher ring the bells, the group need to train, and the student can talk with different partners. Yes. So that's how we do this. And these activities can be a part of reading, speaking, and writing lesson, or even the grammar lesson. And teacher just train the question so that student can use different tenses like simple tense, like simple future, simple present, etc. And teacher also suggests students to use a list of new words so they can practice language together. Okay, and here, so how do we teach diversity in communication after learner finish one of the 2 activities? And after to one of this activity, I also teach students about diversity. For example, diversity in communication. I will have them to use reflection on. So I will use the list of the question here, and students can answer the question themselves and then share their idea about diversity in communication. And after that, teacher can make them understand every person is unique, and diversity is about understanding and appreciating that. Yes, so that's how we can do this activity in the class. So here we have more than one experience sharing. Mr. Wu, can you please?
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope that's, yeah, thank you, Miss Tian, for a very interesting activity. And I hope that our teachers today have, a lots of ideas and know what to do in our class. And please share with us in the Zalo groups with other teachers about your students' work, okay? The very, the very last thing about the first module I will share with you today is the reason why we teach the personal identity activity. It means the purpose, right? We want to develop a strong and positive sense of self that allows students to really understand themselves and then to form a positive relationship with others. In terms of language skills, they would be able to practice speaking, writing, and reading. And of course, listening. That's the communication skill, right? For us as teachers, the personal identity activity help us to understand our students better. So there's a lot of example as you see already, right? The who are you activity. It's pretty similar to the activity all about you or the circle introduction, where your student will sit in circle. You take your turn to introduce yourself, but before you introduce yourself, you have to introduce the person who sit next to you. I mean, like on your left, for example. All right. If you let the circle goes to the right, the purpose of that activity is to have your student to explore the different aspect, actually different informations about a person, right? So before you tell them about who you are, you have to remember who is sitting next to you, like on your left. You can have the activity like living abroad discussion, what to bring with you when you go abroad for study or travel, and what you would expect from other cultures. Like the foreigners would come to your country, and a very interesting example we have in our class today is Mr. Dishan. His wife is Vietnamese, not about living abroad, but let's say to marriage foreigners. You will have different cultures, and you have like two different cultures in a home. So what would it be, right? What to offer and what to expect. That could be a good activity for your students as well. And remember the girl, like the Russian's girl, that's Miss Hang Hong described, right? You can create a new story for that image. We are from Eastern country, we might feel ashamed, but for example, that's girl from Russia, and she might feel very normal when eating at night, and even get caught, she can invite that person to join the food with her. That could be another ending for the story, right? So we can focus on different viewpoint and different cultural aspect, right? So I have to say that, well, actually, before we start this workshop, I expected that we can go through the whole course in just 90 minutes, but sadly the first module took us 1 hour and 23 minutes already. Before we move to the module 2, I would have a questions for you. That's, do you want to share or do you want to ask anything about the first module, dialogue and intercultural competence? Any questions are welcome. Sorry. Yeah, you can type on the chat, please. All right, I bet there's no questions for now. So let me move to the module 2. So quick. dialogue and trust and empathy. That's very obvious. You see, that's the trust and the empathy. Can you guess what it is? The trust and empathy. I'm gonna give you a situation. There is a student who comes to your class. In your class, there's a student, and that student is about to have a presentation coming up. I would like to invite one of you to interact with me in this situation. Miss Luan. Miss Luan, you there? All right, so the first person who can turn on your microphone, please say something. Please say your name. Anybody? Yike, Mr. Nhật Minh.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, nice to meet you. So here, your situation. You have a student and he's going to have a presentation in the class. All right, we are going to create a pain gain mapping for your students. All right, on the left, the pain, and on the right is the gains. I'm gonna walk you through the list of questions for pain. Remember the situation, okay? Can you tell me what is the bad day like for the students that is having a presentation coming? Can you guess? Can you answer?
I think it's maybe the sickness or something like the breakup story. Yeah.
Okay. What are they afraid of?
The breakup maybe come from themselves with their partner.
Remember the
Maybe
situation.
the same class or the other class, so it can, yeah, it can affect the attitude and the thinkings of the student.
Right. The students is having a presentation coming, and what is he's afraid of? Afraid of, you know, speaking in front of a lot of people. Afraid of afraid of what?
They can afraid about the qualities of the presentation.
Right. Okay. So what responsibility do they have? Do you think they might have?
They may have been a little randomly. Yeah.
Yep, they might have. Well, the presentation is coming and they have to deliver the presentation. They have to collaborate with his partners, his teammate, to deliver the presentation successfully. All right.
Yeah.
So that's for the pain, right? You understand the situation. You understand what could be the worriness of your students. And now let's go to the pain.
Yeah.
What do you think they might want?
Yeah, I know. I think they might want the best presentations are of the class and the best rate and a good comment from teachers and other classmates. You know, and so they have to push themselves into a pressure to be prepared better.
Wait a second. Thank you. Like they want, right? They want to have compliments from teachers. They want to have the thumbs up, the likes from their classmate, right? So what you said was a little you know, a little later than that. We would talk about that. Before we have the summary, let me share with you the pain gain mapping activity that I just went through with Mr. Nhật Minh. All right, thank you, Mr. Minh.
Yeah.
So the purpose of pain gain mapping activity is for you as the teachers and for your students to understand the motivations and the challenges that students might have, right? So we as teachers, we understand the students, we understand what they might afraid of and what do they want, what's the success scenarios look like to them. And they, the students who answer that, who interact with us, they will understand themselves. They understand what motivate them, what keeps them awake at night to prepare the slide, to, to search for better photos, to prepare, more transition for the presentation. And between teachers and student, we have a deeper understanding. And we as teachers, we have better, empathy. And we build like stronger rapport between teachers and students. How can you apply this, right? The activity named pain gain mapping. At the beginning of the course or the school year, you want to build a good relationship with your students. You want to know themselves better. You want they to know themselves better, right? And for different activities related to speaking skills in the class, you can apply this activity. And storytelling, what caused the characters to do what, right? This is the summary. This is an example of the situation that I gave to you. The pain, the students, oh, they might fear the failure. They worry about being embarrassed. They fear of being ridiculous. They feel of feeling awkward, and they want to boost their confidence. They want to have more knowledge on the topic. They want to improve their communication skill, their presentation skill, and they want to overcome the fear that's standing in front of people to talk about something. All right. And when you understand, when you have this map, right, when you have the two columns here, when you know the pain, when you know the gain, you would have the plan to do what, to, just like Mr. Ming share, right? They want to have compliment, they want to have a, smooth presentation. So yeah, they have to practice. That's the action plans. The action plan to get rid of the fear, get rid of the fears of failure. You have to practice. That's the only way. So you want fears of failure, and you will be able to boost your confidence. So the meanings of the roles of the pain gains mapping here is for you to have the action plans to really move forward. You and your student building the trust, the empathy, and then have an action plan to, to move forward. All right. So to make it more specific, the roles of pains and gains in teaching and learning. We think of the pain and the gain. The pain, we use this as the external motivators to push your students. And you use the gains as the internal motivation, the motivator to pull your students. Let's think about this. They want to become a more confident person, right? They would practice more. They worry about being embarrassed. They worry about, the laugh from the other student, the classmate, right? Regarding the external motivators and the internal motivator, let me invite our like my partners, Tien, to be on stage and share with you about push and pull method of influencing people and how to apply it in the teaching and learning. Tien, are you ready?
Yes, really ready for that. You're ready to share. And I just applied these techniques for my class, and it's really effective. So now I want to share you. Let me share the screen, Mr. Wu. Thank you very much. Okay, so to understand and apply push and pull techniques in the class, we should understand what is influence. So influencing What is influencing? So influence can be denied as the ability to have an effect on the characters and development or behavior of someone. So influence techniques are often split into two types, push and push. So what is a push technique and what is pull techniques? Push techniques, as you can see in the screen, rely on external motivators like rewards or punishment. And here are some of my current practice might be categorized as push techniques. The first one is rules and expectation. Having classroom rules and clear expectations can be formed of push techniques as they provide external guidelines for the behavior. Make sure that you have a fixed rule for your class and you set up a clear expectation for your student. And then the second one is grades and rewards. So you can use like point system, reward system like point and badges. And the next one is competition. So competition can be motivating. If it's used solely to pit students against each other for external rewards, like find out who gets the highest score, and that means it's a push techniques category. And about pools rely on internal motivators, sorry. So people train because they want to. And here are some of my current practices might be categorized as a pools techniques. The first one is competition. When you use competition, you can make students make progress, and competition can make students more confident about themselves. And the second one is positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is you can use this one when your student have some problem in the mindset. And the next one, connecting learning to real world application. So make sure that what you teach the student can you can make it real for student. And the next one and the last one is interest driven activities. Teach something that student related to your student interest. For example, my student really interested in some story about myself. They get curious about my childhood, my family, my hometown, my boyfriend. So that when I teach, or when I taught past simple, I show them a picture of myself when I was a baby girl, when I was 3 years old, and I let them get who is this? And students need to use past simple to make sentences about me. And by that way, a student can understand about me and they can practice past simple. So I not only taught them the meaning and the form, I make the link of the theory. I taught them with the interest that they like. Okay, so that's how I use push and pull in my classroom. And in the next slide, Mr. Wu can talks about teaching trust and empathy.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tian. Push and pull methods for influencing people is a new concept, but it reminds us about the old things. It is about the internal and the external motivator. So to make it simple, you think about who do you want to be in the futures. That's gonna be your goals, your internal motivation, and what's your teachers bring to the tables. Like if you finish this, you would have like if you finish the task, you would have this rewards, and if you don't, you would have the punishments. So yeah, very easy to understand, very typical. Please let me invite you to turn on your cameras so quick so we can, you know, take a group photo together, please. How can I turn this? Yeah, gallery. All right. I can see quite lots of you are still hiding yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna expose you know, a reward. As you may know already, that we have rewards for the, you know, the most like yeah, please, these hands, what do you want to share?
No, I want to know about how long does it going to take, because I have an online class to teach. So
Thanks so much for that questions. Let me take a photo real quick and then I will answer your questions. Because right, everyone, can you please show me your fingers? Yeah, and give the reaction here. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone, teachers, for spending time here with us. There was a lot of, you know, knowledge in the course contents, and we really want to share with you, and we want to discuss with you more. So I have to say, this workshop will temporarily stop here for today. And we are going to have one more workshop for the same course. The exact time and dates will be announced in the Zello groups. So hopefully tomorrow is Monday. You will apply something useful that you get from the workshop today to your class. You have something to share with us on the other days, and then we will meet again on, you know, maybe like next week to keep talking about what we can do and how we can use the dialogue to build understanding, to teach empathy, to teach to build the trust between teachers and students, and, you know, the module 3, critical thinking, would be you know, a big wow. And I hope that I will have a lot of questions and discussion from you. Okay, thank you very much for your time today. Have a good night and great weeks to ahead. I'll see you then very soon.
See you, Dan.
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.